I am dog sitting right now, and it is the best job in the world. It's my friend's dog. But the video for today, Philly, I will let you go. Thank you so much. Okay. I'm really excited today to talk to you about habits and a couple of habits that I keep up in my life, and I think they're so beneficial. I really recommend, if you really want to upgrade your life, implement habits in your life, things that you're going to be doing every day or weekly or monthly, which will guarantee that you will get closer to the life that you want. And kind of my channel is a lot about that, about how do you get closer to the life that you want to love, or that really represents the values that you care about, right? So I, since very little, have always been a lot about habits, especially like exercising or checking daily or monthly like my goals and how I'm getting closer to them. So I really want to talk about habits. I know they're super important. So I have them here, and I have some coffee because it's the morning. I don't know if my outfit looks very morning, but I needed a cute outfit, and I had just gone out walking with Feli, and so I decided to change and look cute for you guys. But I do need to drink my coffee. So I'm going to share with you a couple habits that I think have been really beneficial in my life, so that you can adopt them if you want to. I'm not going to force you, but I think they're great. Okay. So the first one is, I, in my life, have decided that I do not drink my calories unless it is, I will tell you, soup. I guess you drink soup, right? Or you eat it. Comment it below. Do you sip, or do you, yeah, you don't munch on soup. So anyways, I do not drink my calories unless it's soup, unless it's coconut water. I love coconut water. And if you go out and party, which I do because I live in Madrid and I love dancing, coconut water is super hydrating. And also coffee. I'm drinking coffee right now. I don't know if you can see it. Probably not. But since probably, I think I started drinking coffee in middle school. I feel like that should be illegal. But I started drinking coffee pretty young, and it's always been black. And that's how you taste coffee. If you say you're a real coffee drinker and you put a bunch of cow milk or whatever plant milk, are you a hardcore coffee drinker? I don't know about it. I feel just as tough as people with tattoos when I drink my black coffee. I love black coffee. It's delicious. And I think it's much healthier than if you're putting like sugar and all this milk and whatnot. But I will recommend probably have breakfast or eat something before you chug black coffee, or it can destroy your stomach. But I will say, if you're trying to stay lean, which for me, it's always been really important to stay in shape because I think it's really good for mental health, but also like I want to look sexy. So I try never to drink my calories. Oh, and the other exception is alcohol. I do love wine. Your girl loves wine. I do love my Malbecs, my Rosés, my Godellos, my Vermouth. But that's when I choose. I'm very intentional about when I drink my calories. So I would say in your day-to-day, make it a habit not to be drinking, maybe soda unless it's Coke Zero. Don't be drinking, or juice. Like, orange juice is not good for you, and it is not a replacement for oranges or fruit. It's not healthy. And if you disagree with me, go do some research, but it is not good. So don't drink your calories. You will see how much you can cut calories there, and then actually enjoy them with yummy food for whatever you actually want to enjoy. And then the second one, super different from this first tip, is flossing. We're going to talk about flossing. So a couple years ago, I used to live in Washington, D.C. I grew up in the U.S. And I remember I went to see the dentist, and I always brushed my teeth. I was really good about it. And I went to one session. I remember leaving work to go to the dentist, and I came back from work like almost about to cry, because I went to the dentist and they were like, oh my God, we think you have like early onset of like gingivitis. It's like right here, and it's like infected, and we have to like do surgery next week. And it was going to cost like $500. This chick didn't have $500 to pay. Also, I had insurance. This is I could do a whole other video about the US and insurances and how expensive everything is. But yeah, so I decided I'm not gonna pay $500. I pretended like I never heard that. And the following week, I went to another dentist. And you know what I did between that? I flossed my teeth, because the first doctor had said that I had gingivitis probably because I hadn't been flossing my teeth. So she said that. So what I did was I booked another dentist appointment with a completely other dentist. I didn't say anything to that dentist they had noticed I had gingivitis. But in that week, the 7 days, I flossed my teeth. This sounds like such bullshit. I swear this is what happened. I flossed every day. And when I went to see the dentist, he said, your teeth are perfect. They are amazing. So I did not have gingivitis, and I still don't. This was like 10 years ago. I don't have gingivitis. So I floss my teeth every day. I know there's so many people out there that don't floss, because I know the people in my life, many of them don't floss. So I wouldn't be surprised if you don't floss either. So seriously, floss. You will notice how much gunk is in there if you don't floss. So please start flossing. Like, that's it. Seriously. The third one, this is such a well-rounded video because I'm talking about, like, make sure if you drink, don't be drinking around sugary drinks and too many calories. Save it for the good, nutritious foods, and then floss your teeth. And then another one to be really well-rounded is meditation. I really, really recommend this. Meditation or breath work. So I started meditating in college because I did so many activities. If you've lived in the US, you can probably understand just like so many classes, so many social activities, so many hobbies, so many like clubs to participate, internships. I also had 3 jobs, I kid you not. I was a resident assistant, I worked at Starbucks, I worked at a restaurant. So it was just a lot. So I really, really recommend make it a habit every day to meditate 5 minutes, and it makes a difference. I do breath work. I do breath work with this guy on YouTube. It's called he's called Sandy Breathwork. Sandy. I'll put it in the video, in the comments. He is so good. So all you have to do is press play. And when to do it, I really recommend first thing when you wake up, like literally in bed when you hear the alarm, the first thing you do is just put the video. Because if you wait, then you're going to be rushing for work or whatever activity you have, and then you won't meditate because you don't think it's that important. It really, really, really changes because it can help you focus. You think much clearer. And if you are someone who's very anxious, I've struggled a lot with anxiety, not as much maybe depression, but I think this can help as well. But with a lot of anxiety of like my thoughts constantly running and worrying and just very afraid of things, like meditation and breath work have really like calmed my brain to know that things are okay and to be present and to really savor the moment. So I really, really, really advise you to try it out. Literally do 5 minutes each day. And then my last piece of advice, I could have many more. So the last habit that I do that I really recommend, I have noticed that our attention spans are shortening a lot. We're always on the go, always on the phone. But I also hear at the same time that people keep telling me like, oh, I wish I would read more. I always really enjoyed reading. So here's how you can do it. I have made a promise to myself to read every night, unless I go out and I party, but every night, which is almost every night. And I read at least 5 pages. That's my commitment. I know that I have to read 5 pages. And you know what happens in the end? I usually end up reading many more pages because I enjoy it so much. And if you read 5 pages every day, by the end of the year, you're probably going to read 4 or 5 books that have expanded your knowledge into new topics or new horizons because you've read this fiction book that just like really, stimulated your imagination, and it's going to be amazing. And that's not because you sat down one day and like dedicated 2 hours to read when honestly you just want to read, like watch Netflix. You just every night before you went to bed, which honestly helps a lot to like kind of calm down and enter into that sleep mode, you read 5 pages. So those are the habits that have really transformed my life, and I highly recommend it to you. Please share some of the habits that you practice in your life in the comments. I'm excited to try them out as well. So all about sharing good tips on this channel. So the first one again is don't drink your calories unless they're really worth it. I stick to black coffee and zero Coke or Coke Zero, but I do drink my wine. The second one is flossing. There's no debate here, floss. The third one is meditation or breath work. And then the fourth one is read 5 pages a night. All right, bye guys.